Hey you guys, good to see you here on the channel. Got a cool video for you today. So we're up here near Atlanta, Georgia again at Hyundai's Proving Grounds, and they have set up a really cool obstacle course. This is going to be a competition between some big YouTubers. We got folks like Dirt Perfect, we got Andrew Camarado, we got Brian Fury, we got Jeff Dodge, we got Dumpster Dave. Super cool guys. Got to hang out with them a little bit and meet them. They're warming up right now, and I'm going to show you some of the competitions they're going to be doing. The first task is going to be bench loading off this giant mountain of dirt. So they're going to use the Hyundai 480 down there to load that massive 45-ton haul truck. They've got to get themselves loaded at least 30 tons of dirt, make a lap around the property, come back, dump in between the cones over there in order to stop the timer. And whoever can do it at the fastest time will be the winner of this event. Then we'll move over here to competition number 2. We got our buddy Dirt Perfect in the excavator. He's got to take the tire on the little T-post here, drag it through the PVC pipe without hitting any of the pipe or knocking any of the softballs off. After he gets through it, then you have to take the bucket, knock each individual softball out one at a time only. Can't knock them all off. If you knock any more off than just one at a time, you get deducted points. After that's complete, then you got to take the Hyundai HX40, come over here with, you can use the bucket or the blade, but you got to fill in this little hole right here, make it level, and they'll stop the timer. Then we move over here to the third competition. So they've got kind of a ring built with these old creosote poles as well as some 4x4s. The creosote poles have to be stacked 2 by 2 perpendicular to each other, up I think 6 high, and then, or maybe 4 high with the creosote post, and then the 4x4s have to be stacked on top of that. So our buddy Dumpster Dave is right there getting his practice in on that machine. They got to use the grapple and the HT100V. So this is the one we had at Atomic Sand. But anyway, you got to stack the logs up without it falling over, and then they'll stop the clock. And then on to number 4. The fourth competition, y'all have to wait to see it a little bit because it's up on a kind of further distance away from us on the property. But they're going to use the big 985 loader to scoop up. They've got to put 40 tons, I think it was, on the 45-ton haul truck. See how fast they can do it, get it loaded. As soon as it clicks that 40-ton mark, they'll stop the timer. Now that's the 4 events that they've got going on out here today. It's going to be a lot of fun. They've got some great competition. I'm going to be kind of commentating along with Bill Elverman, who is the guy who set the whole thing up. So no pressure on me. Thank goodness I don't have to operate today. I just got to walk around and talk and watch these guys go at it. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, I forgot my driver's license.
Let me see your license and registration, please.
I tell you what, I gave him the bill.
Oh, Bill's got him.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's going to be the excuse for the day.
How's it going, Ryan?
Going great, man, behind the scenes. Good to see you, dude.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, so they probably ain't going to let you in this competition because they know you would win.
I think me and you are in the same boat, right?
That's what it was. They've seen our skill set.
Exactly.
They're like, no, you boys just commentate. Y'all just watch.
Yep.
Let the other guys at least have a chance.
Yeah. And now, are they going to let us coach these guys along, or they just want them to see the skill that they've got?
I think they just, we don't leave them, let them on their own. Yeah. See what they've got, because that would be unfair too with our superior knowledge.
Exactly.
So that would be kind of cheating too.
It's like right now I see them struggling over there. I'd really like to give them a hand.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to
they just have to learn on their own.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun today, man.
It's baby steps for them.
That's right.
You know?
Baby step.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun today, dude.
Oh, it is. It's gonna be a blast.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's dusty here and all get out though. It's gonna be a warm one.
That haul truck, we need to shut that haul truck down today. We need to get the water truck
or run
out.
the water truck. We've got some Georgia clay out here, you guys. It is tough, tacky, sticky stuff, but it's dusty today. We ain't had rain in quite some time, but we're gonna have a lot of fun and see what these boys can do.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of fun today. Got some cool guys here. Got to meet man behind the scenes last night. That was cool. And right now they still got all the fellas. They give them like 2 hours to go around and practice on all the machines, because not everybody has ran every single piece of equipment that's going to be in today's competition. So that's nothing but fair of them to give them a little bit of time to get accustomed to the machine and the controls and practice just a little bit. But it is going to be a scorcher out here, and this coming weekend I really need to be at Atomic Sand. Terry said that the pump, they've got the water line ran up for the slip and slide, so this weekend hopefully we're going to test that thing out. Fingers crossed that it works. But I'm gonna play up here with these guys today, film a little bit and head back home. And then this weekend we're gonna do some slip and slide testing and hope everything works out, because we've only got less than a week now before the big day. Guys, we're gonna walk over here and take a look at Hyundai's new dozer. I just seen this one, hadn't even climbed up in it yet, but this would come in sure enough handy around the landfill and the sand mines. Let's climb up in it and take a look, see what it looks like. Nice big cab. First thing I noticed when we jump in it, and man, look at the visibility. That's pretty smart. They got glass, of course, goes all the way down to the floorboard, and the hood has got a sharp angle down there on that thing. I really like this little dude.
You gonna buy this?
Maybe.
I may come work for you. I may leave my partner here and come down and work for you.
I'll buy it if you loan me some money.
I'll see what Michael's got. See if I can get that car from him.
Did he bring his checkbook?
I hope he did. I'll get it. I'll come down and work for you.
I wonder if his truck's unlocked. We just go over there and stroke a check real quick. Yeah, I'm sure you probably could get his signature close enough.
Oh, yeah, I've been practicing.
All right,
I got it down.
All right, well, go grab a check.
I got the Michelle part down. I'm just working on the Simon part now. Hey, but if you don't mind, it's getting a little dusty down here. Keep the doors closed on my dozer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'll keep it clean. Somebody's already got dirt up here on the kickstand.
No.
I tell you what, you can't have nothing. This is why we can't have nice things.
Before we load this on the trailer, you don't mind, we'll wipe it down.
We'll wipe her down.
I'll get the low boy headed.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Send them on.
Yeah.
Well, there you heard it, folks. If we can find Michael's checkbook, this thing's gonna come home with us. But on a serious note, I do really like the layout of this little dozer. We might have to see if they'll send this one down for a demo soon. Got your 6-way blade on this thing. I guess this will probably be equivalent to maybe like a D4 or something like that. Nice little finishing dozer. Real simple layout though. Nice controls. Yeah, I think we'll see if we can sweet talk Hyundai into possibly sending us a dozer down soon, guys. This will be a fun one to play on. I think we're getting close to the starting time, guys. This is gonna be real exciting. They've got, I mean, these guys are, all of them are very competitive. They've got a big old winner's belt over there. I'm sure they all want to take it home. So they're gonna give it their all today, but some super talented guys out here today. I have no idea who's gonna win this thing, but we're gonna start to find out here real shortly. Mike, where, you know, if you had a checkbook in your truck, where would you keep it? Because me and man behind the scenes really like that little dozer over there. And
the truck is the checkbook.
Oh, the truck is the checkbook. All right, maybe I'll work out some kind of trade with Hyundai, because I really like that little dozer over there. Now, is this going to be the secret to the win today, buddy?
Pre-competition stack.
Hey, I got you. That's a damn good choice, man.
We're gonna chase this with some great value.
You got to stay hydrated today, buddy, because it is dadgum hot, man.
Yep.
So,
the breeze is blowing in.
It's nice. You got some tough competition today, bro.
Huh?
You got some tough competition.
Well, the best man win.
It's gonna be an interesting one, man, for sure.
Where are you competing?
Well, me and man behind the scenes was talking about that a while ago, and Hyundai came to us and said, hey, you guys with your superior operator abilities, they didn't feel like it was fair to put me and him in it with you guys. You know, we wanted y'all to have a chance at least. You know, so they said, hey, just commentate for us.
Can I call BS on your channel?
You can, but I'm gonna edit that part out. Hey, good luck today, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, so Dumpster Dave's gonna go first. Jeff Dodge.
You got this, Dave.
No pressure.
You got it.
Ryan Furness
I'll pave the
third,
way
Andrew
here.
Combs
Yeah, you
on
do.
fourth, and Mike Simon fifth. Gentlemen, just a couple of last-minute pieces. When you get the sign that the truck is at its weight, the one thing you're going to have to do, we got a question as to whether they can just get out of the excavator and leave the boom in the air. No, we want you to bring the excavator to a safe resting spot like you see it there. Once that bucket's on the ground, then you can get out of the excavator and move into the truck.
Since I'm going first.
Yes, sir.
When the whole truck is full, am I looking at the light? Because I can leave the door open on this. The loader might be hard to hear. Somebody beep the horn.
There's going to be two things are going to happen, and maybe
oh,
three.
but there is radios.
Maybe three. There's okay, four. There's going to be the honk when it hits, and this is another change. Joe Hodges asked us to take the weight up to 37 ton. That's going to turn the light on the back of the truck red.
Okay.
So
I
you'll
got that.
see.
Yeah, I seen that.
You'll
yeah.
see the light turn amber.
Okay.
You'll hear a honk, and you'll probably see me indicating from down here that you're good to go. So, and then there's the walkie-talkies.
So we want red light or amber light?
Amber light.
It's amber.
Okay. So when it's not green, it's full. Now, and then I drive around.
Full circle, all the way up,
like
all the
I'm
way
gonna
up to the
drive
top.
up and then back down, and then I'm gonna dump it, or am I driving to the top with the load? Well, I'm gonna drive up, back, and then dump it,
Dump it,
and
in
then
that
back
spot
it here,
there.
or can I?
You're gonna park it in just the same fashion.
So I gotta
got
drive on the outside and then back in.
Drive here.
Oh, I can drive here.
Now, is this part timed, or are we stopping time at the dump?
No, this part's timed. It's
Oh,
timed
so-
up until you park the truck.
Okay, so we can't come in this way straight. We need to go around and back in.
No, you
No, he's
dump.
saying we could
You
dump there.
and you drive.
Drive right
Just
through.
don't run over the camera.
Don't run over the camera.
All right.
Drive straight, and then park it just as it is.
Okay.
You don't need to go the circuit.
Okay, perfect.
We'll all learn from Dave's mistakes.
That's it. Dave,
but yes.
you got to go all the way around twice.
So you'll notice. You'll notice.
Can I do what Andrew does?
It all has to be in first gear. Everything's in first gear. Can't go
You'll
second.
you'll notice that there's a cone. We're going to reposition this truck in a better spot to load. As soon as when you come back, you position the truck where that cone is. That's when we'll hit stop on the time. Any other questions?
Game time. Let's do it.
Let's get it on. All right, guys, we are getting ready to kick this thing off. Dumpster Dave, as you saw, drew number 1, so he's going to jump up in the 480 here in a minute, load this haul truck, drive all the way around the property, come back, dump in between the cones, park the truck. Let's see what he can do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Equipment League. Let's go! So Ryan, Dave, Dumpster Dave from New York,
Yep.
has the unenviable role of going here first, but he's not messing around.
He's not. He just jumped in there, got
He
a
got
huge,
that.
a monster scoop. Lost a little bit of it right there, but that's what it's going to take. Is you got to make every scoop count.
Is he a ringer? He sat here and talked to us about, he hasn't run a lot of these larger excavators, and he took as large of a scoop there
look
as
at
I would
that.
be proud to have.
He might have been sandbagging us.
I
No,
think he
no
might
pun
have been
intended. Keeping it nice and smooth. Those huge scoops are going to come into play for sure.
For sure. Now what's going to happen here for you watching at home, once he hits 37 tons, that amber light on the back of the truck is going to light up, and Ray, our spotter in the truck, is going to honk the horn to let him know that it's time for him to get out of the excavator and take the truck on our course.
And I tell you what, he's got to be thankful for right now, Bill, is that huge counterweight on the back of that
Huge
480,
counterweight.
because he is taking some monster bites out of this hill, man. And this clay is heavy.
It's heavy. It's what I like to call hogging dirt.
He's hogging it, man.
And
He is.
Dave's not messing around.
But yeah, definitely don't envy him having drawn the #1 spot, man. Everybody watching. I'm nervous for him, but he's killing it right now. He's
There we
doing
go.
awesome.
You're full. This transition is going to be one of the most interesting things to watch, Ryan.
Yeah.
Because it's the transition where guys are going to be coming down the hill, getting into the truck. We've got Ray serving as a spotter inside the truck. He completed that portion in under 2 minutes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Under 2 minutes, he's getting into the truck and off he goes. That's the Hyundai HA45.
And she's a big girl, but she'll move on out, man.
She's
That
a
truck
big
has
girl.
got some power.
In practice rounds here this morning, we saw a lot of this Georgia red dust kicking up. And you know that's a good day when you're out here and you see a good cloud of dust
And you
bomb
got
a
a good-
machine like that.
You got a good dust trail, and he's got a good little ways to go before he makes it back around here. But the cool thing is, you're not only testing the skills of the operation, you got to be a little physically fit too to get on out of that excavator, jump in that truck, and you got to hustle.
Some of the guys said, "Are you going to make us climb the hill as part of the event?" I said, "No, we didn't do a cardio test before this event." Let's move on over here, and we'll see if we can see Mr. Dave coming down the hill. So Dave filled that truck in under 2 minutes.
That was really impressive, but he had every scoop was absolutely massive.
I think there was a little bit of sandbagging going on there.
I think so too.
You lull your competition into a sense of comfort.
Yep, and trick them, and then you get in there and just kill it like Dave did. Here he comes.
Here he comes. He's coming down that hill with confidence.
And
we're gonna get everybody out of the way here. And then what Dave's gonna do now is Dave's gonna back it up into that designated dump area.
And we're gonna have to wait for the dust to settle a little bit just so he can see to back up. But we got a nice little breeze today, but he did that lap fast, Bill.
You know, we said we're gonna film this as a sporting event. The dust here in Carnesville, Georgia this morning might make that a bit of a challenge. Dave not messing around though. He's heading back. He's into the designated area.
He's hitting the gap. He's in there, so he's just gonna have to give it the throttle, lift that bed up, dump that load, go park, and we'll stop that clock.
That HA45, that's a pretty truck. If you've watched any of Let's Dig 18's videos, he's used this truck pretty extensively on a big project of his this fall.
Oh yeah, he moved a tremendous amount of dirt.
Now, all Dave has to do now is go back and get into position and line up with where he started.
What do we got, Bill?
437.
437.
437.
I think that's pretty daggum strong. Dave, nice job, man. That was awesome. You were sandbagging us.
Jessica, why don't you chat with Dave after his run there?
Thanks, Bill. Dave, those were some huge buckets. We were hauling it.
I stole Mr. Dig's camera. He's over there being all official and stuff. And
Yeah.
this is truly behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'll give you $10 to run behind him right now. Man behind the scenes. Just go. Just take off open.
I'm not doing it. Look, I'll get in trouble.
Huh?
I'll get fired.
I'll do with you. We'll just go. True behind the scenes action over here, you know? And look, Bill's already pissed.
Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's looking at us.
Oh, no. That's right, I am pissed. And I'm coming for all of you.
Here we go!
All right, let's see what Jeff's got. He's going for a closer scoop to the truck. That's pretty.
I got the pile in the cones at least.
You did.
You did.
But I completely lost the cones in the dust.
Man, you had a huge dust cloud coming through.
Our play-by-play was calling that. We said, he's got the dust cloud, but the backup camera can't see through a dust cloud.
This clay it will hold together. As long as they keep that bucket upright, they can really add some weight to the truck quick.
They sure can. They sure can. Brian looking majestic as all heck with that American flag waving behind him.
Nice little breeze. He's going strong, man. He's doing really good. Brian, nice job, dude. You were smoking, man.
Thank you.
Killed it.
That's a good
Nice.
time.
That's
fun.
a real good time. You're hauling ass. Woo!
All those years of getting paid $15 an hour to run that baby paid off.
They paid off for you today, man. Good job, dude. And we got our fourth competitor, Mr. Andrew Camarada, who was really cool to meet. He's got a huge YouTube channel, as y'all know. He's going to reposition his truck a little bit here, but he had a kind of little catawampus right there, so got to load level, so he's just going to have to come straight back, and he'll jump up into 480 and we'll see what he's got.
Andrew Camarada, start your engines, go!
Bill, you can see Andrew going with the same plan as the other guys, taking those short cycle strokes, keeping the
And stop, 415.
415, not bad.
Finds himself in the second position slot with a time of 415.
All right, we're up to our last competitor now. We got our buddy Dirt Perfect up in the 480. He's gonna clean up the ground a little bit. I guess he's gonna leave the truck kind of where it is and get after it.
Rob, what do you think?
I don't know, man. He's got a tough time to beat, brother. I tell you one thing though, if they give away a belt for a cone mover, you're getting it.
I'm getting it.
You're killing it.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting it.
So we need two belts.
Yeah,
Yes.
there needs to be 2 belts for that. Because she's moving 2, I'm only moving 1. But
Okay.
I've got to be older. I'm
Yeah.
more out of shape. So, what is that, a mulligan? I get
yeah,
a mulligan
just
on moving cones.
A mulligan on cone moving.
I'm leader of the cone crew. There
All
you
right,
go.
now here's the thing.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Brian.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for him.
Because he didn't have a cheer
nobody
team.
here
That's
cheering.
right, yeah.
Now we do have Jeff with us, so I'm thinking that Jeff is going to have to be his cheerleader. I don't think I'm going to be able to cheer him on.
You don't think so? And I got to kind of stay, you know, I got to
Yeah,
stay
you gotta
neutral.
stay very
I got to stay neutral.
Yeah, yeah.
But Brian's time was
It's
pretty damn impressive,
What was
man.
it now? He had 3 minutes and what?
3:27 was it?
Something like that.
Somewhere in there. It's
That's
pretty
gonna
quick,
be-
man.
That's going to be a tough time. That's my speed right there.
Yeah. Mike's gonna have to get the truck loaded quick and then pedal to the metal,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, he
no
is.
mercy on. That's where they're making up the time, is on that
Yeah, they are.
track around.
Yep.
And staying close to the truck.
Yeah. Now we got Bill.
Will you hold my green flag? For me
I
for a
got you,
minute?
buddy.
Oh.
Wow. I'm pretty.
Hey, Bill, you got a black flag for this guy?
They even let me hold the flag.
Oh,
Aaron.
yeah. Yeah.
Feeling pretty important, man.
Yeah. I hear you there. Did I touch you? I just looked up.
Yeah.
Bill ain't looking.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
He didn't see nothing.
No, he didn't.
Mr. Dirt Perfect, start your engines!
And he's off wide open. Let's see how big a scoops he can get.
So Mike is going to be fast.
Do one of those. I was like, good.
Yeah, I saw a little air coming around that
Well, I
curve.
know I
was
lost
like,
traction because the engine revved up. Like,
Yeah.
I know something was off the ground.
And now the boys have brought out their toys. Just watch out for your ankles. Mike's got the controls.
So one of the questions that came up was clarity on what completes the execution with the dozer. The dozer is going to come and move this pile. And now your strategy on that's going to be up to each guy. But the thing that is going to be my determination,
Moral of the story, be careful with your balls.
as in life and the National Equipment League,
Both.
be careful with your balls. All right, our first competitor back here in Carnesville, Dirt Perfect, about to take on the Dozer and Mini Excavator Challenge. Mike Simon, start your engine.
Here he goes.
Mike talked to me a lot about how that's going to go. He's going to need to take a second pass here to clear that away. You're good, Mike. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. So now he's going to hop down out of the dozer,
Jump in the Mini X.
jump in the Mini X, and come on out.
So they just got to get that dirt out of the way just enough
So he
to
did,
bring
but,
the Mini
but
X.
here's what I warned. Here's what I warned Mike about.
Yeah.
And all the competitors, I said, don't move that dirt in a way that it's going to complicate the trench
Covering up the
backfill.
trench. You're right.
Where he put that pile of dirt, I think it's going to complicate
that
things.
could hurt him.
Here he goes in for the snatch of the tire.
Now this is where you got to be really smooth, Bill.
There's a temptation to go fast through it.
Yep. I think slow and steady
Slow
is going
and
to win
steady.
the race
It's
on
gonna-
this one.
It's going to make a more flat tire. Mike's realizing he's got to go through it to go through the channel.
And he cannot knock off any of the softballs.
He'll get a 5-second penalty if he knocks off any of those softballs inadvertently.
Oh, that was
But
close.
this is where Mike is a smooth operator.
He is a smooth
he knows
operator,
What he's
yep.
doing there. He's going to drop the tire.
Now he's got to
Now,
knock.
I coach 14U girls softball in my you know, moonlighting hours.
Right.
And I knew I had another use for those balls somewhere.
Well, you found a good use for
Found
him.
a good use for him.
Oh,
and
that was
he's-
close. That
he
fourth one was
almost-
really rocking.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Now Mike's got to spin around and backfill that trench. And I will be the one determining when it's backfilled. I don't think Mike was real thrilled about that either when we set this up. But here we go. He's close.
He's going to use the blade and the bucket.
He's using a strategy where he's using the blade and the bucket.
And he kind of has to, because like you said, you know, he kind of got that other
He
dirt in his
backed
way a
himself
little
into
bit.
a corner
Yep.
by not pushing that dozer dirt out of the way enough.
He's double teaming it with the bucket and the blade at the same time.
Now I see what he's doing. He's pivoted, and he's going to use his blade to fill in the rest of that trench there now. He's got a good bite there. This is
Yeah,
gonna
he's
get
pushing
him,
a lot with that one.
This is going to get him close.
That little 40 is strong.
Mike, you still got a little valley here I want to see dirt in, and I want to get that little corner there.
He's getting close.
Mike, just knock that down for me. Time. Mike Simon finishes the event with a time of 3:01.
3:01.
3:01 is the time to beat.
You gotta flip the auxiliary to make
Well, Mike was at a little disadvantage there going first, but he did pretty good. Got 3:01. Bill jumped back into Mini X right there. He's got to redig the ditch. Competitor number 2 is coming up right now.
Time. Brian Furnace finishes with a time of 2:25, but we're going to add 15 seconds of penalties to that, which will give him a final time of 2:40.
So even with the penalties, he's now in the number 1 spot.
Even with the penalties, he's now in the number 1 spot.
Okay.
A little bit more, and the time's not gonna be bad.
We're going to call it.
What'd we have?
Andrew Camarada with a time of 2:44 with 15 seconds in penalties puts him at 2:59 and in second place.
Okay, not bad.
Andrew, how did you feel about that second place?
I like second place at work.
All right, we got Bill resetting the course on the little 120B right there, redigging the ditch, piling the dirt back up. We put the softballs back up on the PVC. We had to rig up our little T-post right there because Andrew Camarada kind of broke it a little bit. So we had to jerry rig that up, but now we're setting on go. We got Dumpster Dave up in the Hyundai Dozer and he's the last competitor in this event, so he's gonna see what he can do, and then we move on to the next one.
So with 20 seconds in penalties, that gives Dave a time of 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Mike, it's a good thing you brought me in behind the scenes because we need a pipe fitter.
Should have brought his welder too.
Yeah, for real.
Don't do what I did. I got one stuck on finger. Can't get out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a little sturdier T-post
Yes.
next time.
We lucked out. The threads are still good on this end.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Good, because we was running out of zip ties and duct tape.
Yep. We got her now. Yeah. There we go.
I like it.
Glad we're down to the last opponent.
Yeah, for real. With the blade, but he's gonna do a combo, bucket and blade.
You know, we see oftentimes.
That was a big push right there.
Big push. Playing it out, Devin. You're good.
Nice
Good.
job.
3:02 with 10 seconds in penalties puts him at 3:12.
Not bad.
Not bad.
This is obstacle course number 3. So we're gonna play a little game of stack 'em up. The guys got to use the Hyundai skid here with the Blue Diamond grapple. They've got to stack the cross ties first, 2x2x2, and finish off with the 4x4. So they built a nice little circle right here. Who's up first?
Brian Furnace.
We got Brian Furnace up first, and then we'll see what the guys can do to build this Jenga block house, if you will, with the Hyundai HT 100V.
All right, so the blessing and the curse of finishing first is that Brian Furnace gets to go first in this event. What do you think is the disadvantage of going first in this one?
Well, everybody's going to learn from your mistakes, so it's always going to be advantageous to be in that second or beyond spot. First, that's a tough one.
We'll see in the game of matchsticks here how Brian stacks up, and I think Brian's ready to go. We're going to come on over here and we're going to get Brian. Let's go, son, go!
Let's see what kind of strategy he uses here, Bill.
You know, we talked about a couple of different strategies, and there's the picking one by one strategy, which to this point he seems. Oh no!
Nope, he's coming. He's going to get 2.
He's coming for 2.
Little trouble on the hydraulics there.
He thinks that's the problem of it not being a skeleton button. He thinks that he was open.
Yeah, but he was
But
closed.
he was closed. That's going to cost some time. He's got 2 though, and I'm going to guess he's going to go and he's going to stack these first 2 now.
I would assume so. Then run to the other side,
Yeah.
grab the other cross ties, and then grab his 4x4s.
I think yeah,
Nope, he's going to go for 3. Or maybe even more.
The other part of the fun of this one is that you can't see exactly what's happening because it's a solid bottom grapple bucket.
Yeah, so
his strategy here of going, unless he's going to build his structure there, we did tell people,
as long as they build it in the circle, right?
as long as
It's
it's in the
legal.
circle, they can build it anywhere.
I'm not sure what his strategy is on this one.
Oh, that's
Okay, I
why-
see. I got you.
I know what he's doing. He's using the letter of the law. We said as long as he builds it in the structure.
That's in the structure.
He's using one of the ties that was already in the place it was. Now, the reality is he spent a lot of time doing that.
He did. Yeah, trying to get multiple logs in the bucket cost him a little bit of time.
But now I'll tell you, he's got half of his railroad timber structure built.
Yeah, not a bad idea. We'll see how it works out. And, you know, our other guy's going to follow along.
Right. Or they're going to have their own strategy. It seems like it'd be a waste of time, but with the challenges of grabbing large timbers with a grapple bucket, I would think there'd be some advantage to doing it one by one.
Yeah.
But Brian, we're not gonna question Brian on what he's doing here.
These guys know what they're doing, and so far, I mean, he's off to a really good start.
We're at 2 minutes 30 seconds here in Brian's run. Now the interesting part of his strategy, he's got one of the 4x4s right behind him. We have not implemented any penalties if you destroy one of the timbers before using them, but maybe that's something we'll have to think about next time. What Brian needs to do, he knows exactly what he needs to do. He needs to reposition himself now.
He's got to start on that 3rd level, but he's only got one log, so he's going to have to go all the way to the other side of the arena, grab the last cross tie, and then start with his 4x4s.
Here's the reality. We, not having seen any of the other competitors do this task yet, we don't know, how different each guy will do it. It's hard to say if this is a good time or a bad time.
Who knows?
Brian's setting the pace as he's done on a couple of these other courses so far.
But you know, all the other guys are thinking too, hey, is this the way I should do it? You know, they're probably maybe second guessing some of their methods.
I think they are. And here's the other interesting thing. It's been fascinating to watch, knowing what each of the guys asked us leading into each competition. Brian was the most vocal in saying, hey, it doesn't have to be pretty, right? It can be a sloppy build as long as it doesn't fall
as long as
over.
it doesn't topple.
And we told him, absolutely, as long as it doesn't topple, you're good.
Let's see how many of the 4x4s he's going to get.
Well, but the point I was getting at there, he's built the prettiest damn matchstick stack you've ever seen.
He has. For somebody concerned about the beauty of their Jenga house,
yeah, he's building
doing a really good
nice
one.
looking house. Brian, we're getting that 4th one in place.
Definitely a sturdy foundation though, Bill. It's looking really good.
I would trust Brian Furnace to build my match.
Yeah, he can build me a cabin any day.
Oh, see, now I might have, if I were in the machine there, it's easy to, again, Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah.
If I were in the machine there, I might have dropped that one in place and then gone and gotten the other.
I think 2 at a time is the key, because you're building 2 logs at a time level. So drop 2, go back, grab 2 more. I like his strategy right here.
Now here's where things can get heartbreaking. There it is.
Oh no!
If things get sloppy, I called it. Things get sloppy. He knocks a previous board out of place.
Yeah, that's definitely going to cost a lot of time. You know, these are timed events, but if you get in too much of a rush, it can really cost you in the long run.
We're gonna have to get out of the way.
Oh man, and you know something else we were talking about too, it's really easy to get flustered.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be able to to shake that off and keep going, because if you stay with that, that can really hurt you.
Brian is leading this whole competition right now, and
that 4x4 is really giving him a hard time. He's got it now, though.
he's got it now, but now
He's got to watch that track.
Look at how close he got to the structure.
That's scary.
With his track. And now maybe here's where he can make up some time. He's back to having that fork layer solidly built.
He can scoop those two up and get them placed and run over there and grab the last two. I think he's going to be okay.
Yep.
But this is not near as easy as it looks. And you made a real good point with that solid bucket. I mean, they almost have to build this by feel, you know.
By feel and by a little bit of skill and trust in, you know what you're doing in placing. Now here again, he's
getting close.
I would have driven around to the other side there. I think he's going to see what he can do. Yep, knock her in there, Brian.
And again, it doesn't have to be pretty. It's just they just got to be stacked 2 by 2.
If he gets those other two to stack evenly on top of that structure, that will satisfy the task. There was talk of showers moving into the area. That hasn't happened yet. As you see, a dusty day here in Carnesville, Georgia. We're benefiting from a little bit of overcast right now, which will do us well.
This old Georgia clay has turned into powder.
It has, and I'm beginning to sense a strategy here that I'm thinking Brian, when he rewatches this, is going to wish maybe he had instituted from the get-go, not focusing as much on a wide base, but just getting
just going 2 by 2.
734. Brian, Jess is going to come in and talk to him, but before she does, like I was saying there was a strategy there that he was getting to at the end, and it paid off.
It did.
And he got that last layer on real fast and real awesome. Jess, what does Brian have to say?
If all goes smoothly with this last 4x4, I think he'll be in good shape.
He's coming in for the placement.
There it is.
There it is, 508 for Andrew Camarada. Ladies and gentlemen, it's why you play the game. Brian was in first place, commanding first place after 2 events.
Come on, Dave, you got it, buddy. Got it.
5:42. 5 minutes, 32 seconds. Dave finds himself in second place, only behind Andrew Camarada.
You just
if I
gotta,
were him, I would just drop
them
in the center and tip it.
Drop those two and call it.
5:34. 5:34 puts him in second place, behind Andrew Camarada, ahead of Dumpster Dave.
534.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5:34 in third place.
Tell us about it.
Balance it out. He'll be okay. Oh, no. Okay, we'll call it.
We're counting it. We're counting it. We're counting it before it went down. We go.
We're moving on to the last course of the competition. We're going to find out who takes home that big old belt for Hyundai's event up here. We're walking over to the 985 right now. The last competition is going to be loading the giant 45-ton Hyundai truck right there. I believe from that pile right there, you got to get 37 tons, I think it is, on that truck. It's going to be timed, and we're going to see who takes home the championship. No delay, Andrew is off to a racing start to that pile of rock.
He's not messing around.
Not a bit.
He's getting a good start.
And this is for the belt, so nobody can really mess around on this one because it's still anybody's game.
Especially in that tight grouping of 3 guys near the top.
Let's see what kind of scoop he. Oh, that's a nice one. That bucket is full. Spilling a little bit, but he's coming with the first load right now as we speak.
We talk about load and carry. He's got a little bit of spillage there as he goes, but it's going well.
Well, the one thing I'll tell you, because I've got Hyundai loaders, and they have good ride suspension in them. So when you're going with that much weight, it's still pretty easy to carry that load, but he got a little happy there dumping that one into the back.
We had our first bed banger there of the night, and he needs to be cognizant of where he is on the hillside there.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
That's maybe not how I would do the turn, but Andrew was able to make it work, and he's back heading for his second bucket full.
And Bill, I'm gonna say with that size bucket and that big a loader, 3 scoops should be about at their target weight.
You think that'll get it at the 37 tons?
I think so, if they can really heap them up. We're gonna find out, but you know, Andrew spilled a little bit.
He's digging into that pile now. You see that 985 working.
A little bit more spillage, hard on those brakes. But here he comes with scoop number 2, and it's another scoop full.
Andrew doesn't do anything half speed.
No, everything's wide open, but you see that bucket bouncing? That thing has got amazing ride control in it. Still losing a little bit.
I'm gonna get out of the way here because I know this is where he did his
turnaround. Yeah, we better watch out for this guy.
He banged the bucket again. How long it takes him to get this third bucket.
Yep, we've got Matt in the cab watching the onboard scales of the 45 haul truck to let us know when he hits that target weight. Yeah.
What's he at? He's at 18. All right.
Okay.
So he's still got a way to go.
Yeah. So it looks like it's gonna take 4.
I would think that a guy with next man dancer, by the way, he's our man in the articulated dump truck cab here tonight.
And here he comes with scoop number 3. He's got them heaped up pretty good.
We know, based on his split so far, scoop number 3, unless there's some magic in there, scoop number 3 ain't gonna get it done. And you wonder with each little bit there, when he hits some of those bumps, he loses a little bit.
Absolutely, and every little bit's gonna count.
You wonder if that'll be the difference. Maybe he'll have to do a fourth fold. Oh, he lost that. Again, aggressive dumping. He lost them out the back end.
Yeah, it may not look like much. That's the weight that he needs in the truck, not on the ground.
He's at 25, man. 25 after that. It's definitely going to take him at least 2 scoops to get to 37.
Yeah. He's giving the 985 no mercy though. He is jabbing that bucket right in there.
He is driving hard into that pile.
This is scoop number 4, isn't it, Bill?
This is definitely number 4.
Okay. And he's racing down the back stretch, bouncing all around the cab, but you got to be careful. Sometimes that speed will hurt you because he's losing rock out of that bucket. Still losing some due to spillage over the side of the bed. He had a lot of rock in that bucket.
There's still a lot of rock in that bucket.
Yeah, there's at least a ton still left in that bucket.
This is where you go to the point I was talking about. There's guys that work in loading applications on a regular basis. What you're seeing there is maybe a little bit of we'll take care of it. Thank you, though.
He definitely got a healthy scoop on this last, or potentially last bucket full.
Yeah, I think he lost more than he did. I hope we hit 37 here with this ball.
I think we should. So Matt just gave us a signal. He's at 32. So if he can keep all the rock in the bucket, this should do it.
I
got it right there.
Time is 6:05. 6:05.
You get it in the back of that truck.
I'm gonna get in position to hear that horn.
Oh no, another love tap by Dumpster Dave. Another big bucket full, but I don't know if it's as full as the first two. Let's see if he's got it.
I don't think it needs to be as full as the first two, but he's got to dump it. Oh my!
No love tap. Oh, he got it.
He hit it.
We may have a possible blown brake line. Can you see anything, Jeff? Oh, yeah.
A lot of freaking,
It's a lot of fluid.
a lot of fluid for a brake line, I feel like.
That smells like hydraulic oil.
Is it the wheel?
Looks like
Red on the fitting, but man, it smells like hydraulic.
looks like a brake line.
Well, I remember I looked up underneath when he was moving. It was dripping down.
That's
It
hydraulic.
was up.
That's hydraulic.
Well, I'm not sure. They may just gonna be running as it is. It wasn't a tremendous amount of fluid, but brakes are pretty important on this competition because these boys are hauling ass towards that truck with a lot of weight in the bucket. So I think we ought to take another look, honestly. The brakes still feel normal?
Yeah, I told him the first pass, remember I kind of went up to the truck, and I got close, it chattered a little bit, so I just kind of took it easy, and then I seen the oil leaking. So. I think it's gonna be fine.
Definitely leaking a little bit. Can't hardly tell from where, but I don't know. I'm gonna let the officials make that call. I believe we got our buddy Jeff Dodge up next, and we'll just hope he's got enough brake fluid to stop before he gets to the truck.
Ryan Furnace at 3:15. What we believe is the National Equipment League Championship.
Awesome, good job, Brian. Well, it's starting to come down up here at the Hyundai Product Center, but it looks like Brian might have just clinched the belt right there. He did a good job, nice smooth run, filled that truck up quick like, and did a good job. Just get it in the back of that truck quickly. He can't waste any time here.
He's being gentle, he's being delicate. He knows what he did on that first bucket.
There it is.
5:26 for Jeff Dodge in third place.
Nice, good job, Jeff. Jeff had a hella scoop on that first load, man. So I think that's it for the last competition. We're gonna head back down to the bottom now and see who comes away the winner on this thing.
Now, without further ado, we will give out again the final ranking of our participants today. In 5th place, and by far the one Ryan and I had the most commenting about and appreciated his effort, and particularly, it needs to be noted, he had the record bucket of the day in that last challenge, Mr. Jeff Dodge. Coming in 4th place, a man who has been consistent all day, has taken each challenge with confidence, and done very well, Mr. Dumpster Dave. Coming in third place, the man who needs no introduction. And as you've watched this with us through the last 4 episodes, the drama of how these guys have jockeyed positions throughout the last 4 contests has been pretty amazing to watch. And this guy's way of approaching things and the action and the way he dove into it was entertaining as all heck. Coming in third place, Mr. Andrew Camarada. Rounding out the final 2, in second place, a man who has a belt of his own, so I don't feel too bad that he doesn't win a belt today, Mr. Dirt Perfect, Mike Simon. And it is with great pride and happiness and enjoyment and excitement that we crown the first ever National Equipment League champion, Mr. Brian Furness. Yeah. Brian, that belt is yours. You're going to be expected to come defend it here shortly. We appreciate it. Let's go talk to Ryan and the camera crew here for a second. Brian, that thing looks good on you. What was your approach coming into the event here today?
Honestly, just bring my A game. I knew I was going to be up against some really stiff competition. You couldn't slouch. There were a couple of these obstacles that proved to be a little more challenging even than I was anticipating, and so it was really just kind of bringing the A game.
If you look at something that you think was the turning point of your day-to-day that puts you in this position to win the championship, what do you think that is?
In all honesty, having the loader, when we did that swap, having that loader be the last thing. I love loaders. It's one of my forte machines, and so coming off of the big loss over here at the stacking, it was nice to come up to the loader and have a nice little safe machine I can kind of clean up with.
Brian, what do you think of Brian's performance today?
Brian, stay consistent all day long, man. My hat's off to you. Congratulations. Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first ever National Equipment League Championship. I think everyone had a little fun today. We hope you had fun watching it at home. We're going to do this again. Thank you for watching, and we'll see who challenges Brian, whether he'll defend his belt or whether someone will challenge to be the next National Equipment League champion. Thanks, everybody.
Happy birthday, dear Miles. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, you can take off now.
Yeah.
Even though it's really his birthday today.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah. Poor fella had a hard day today, man.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, guys, that's a wrap. I'm hot, sticky. 7:30. Now I got to drive home, do the slip and slide, hopefully thing tomorrow. Appreciate y'all watching. Hey, congratulations again to Brian Fury. Bunch of cool guys here. Had a blast with them all, man. Just really good dudes. And thanks to Hyundai for having me down. Don't know how well I did on commentating, but did my best. Appreciate you guys watching. Give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one.